Yo, today I'm going to be breaking down and reviewing the newest chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations, explaining what I feel needs to be explained, and talk about the chances of a time skip at the current moment in the story. If you have already read the manga, you can click the timestamp on screen to go straight into my opinions on the potential Boruto time skip. However, if you want a detailed breakdown of the chapter, then stick around. We are straight into the chapter and we are introduced to a new jutsu that Code uses in the manga. Sei compares these claw marks to Minato's flying Raijin. However, this is a teleportation ability and not space-time ninjutsu such as Sasuke's Rinnegan. Shikamaru says that multiple claw marks have already been spotted, which means Code has visited each village and has plans for each of them. However, there is a possibility of decoys. After a few panels, we see that Sumire is talking to Amado. She asks about Amado's plan for Kawaki and what he intends on doing to him. Amado doesn't seem to be shady, and he says that he doesn't want to betray Konoha, and he plans to talk to Kawaki about the restoration of his karma seal. My opinion on this is that Naruto and Shikamaru should let Amado do his thing and watch from afar. Sumire is going to tell Naruto about the situation, because in the previous chapter we are told that she is a spy. Amado also seems to be hiding something in a container. He calls it Konoha's greatest ally. There is a possibility of this being Kashin Koji. We do see him withdraw from the battle against Ishiki to flee to safety in previous chapters, and he is able to slip through Konoha's defense. Skipping a few pages that don't seem important, Code discusses his ability to move freely through claw marks. He is also able to bring things to himself. He doesn't really specify a speed that he can travel at. We go back over to Kawaki. He seems depressed and hasn't returned home in a while. He feels like he is just being used, or that's what Jujin is telling him. It depends on your interpretation of the panel. Naruto finds Kawaki and begins to speak to him. Kawaki feels like an outsider. This is some great character development for Kawaki, as we see that Naruto can somewhat relate to how he is feeling. I would argue that is how Naruto felt at the beginning of Naruto. Naruto instead carries Kawaki back home. However, something to note, that Kawaki isn't the same as Naruto from the beginning of the series. Kawaki actually has a family and someone to care for him. They all have a family moment, and the important part one want to touch on is the bond between Boruto and Kawaki. Their bond and friendship seem to deepen in each chapter. They have respect for each other, and even in the final fight they respect each other. They don't fight because they feel like it, they fight because they have to. They share a similar bond to Naruto and Sasuke, where they see each other as friends and as a rival. There are several pages afterwards that I feel is kinda self-explanatory. However, the key points here are Kawaki plans to decline the karma seal from Amado, and his goal is to protect So this is the meat of the video, where I discuss the possibility of a time skip in Boruto Naruto Next Generations, and yes, it is possible. However, they need to explain Code's abilities and plans more properly, and also develop Amado's character more. I'm unaware which side he is playing, or if he plans to betray Konoha or not. You could expect a time skip in the next chapters. However, more chapters like these that develop our characters are needed. As the story stands now, either Boruto or Kawaki could be the villain of the story, and having Boruto be the villain of the story is definitely going to be more interesting and different. There are definitely similarities between the story of Naruto and Boruto, so either way, if the story is written properly, then the rest of the Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga is going to be fire. Thank you for watching the first video on the channel. I plan to make videos like these often, so any support is appreciated.